Hey guys, this is Alexel ASMR, and I am back today with a new video. I hope everyone's doing well so far, and I hope you're enjoying the uploads I've been putting out. So for this video, I will be teaching you how to make an ASMR video, or how to make an ASMR channel, with my own personal experience. So you can listen to it if you like. You can take some parts about it if you like, but don't judge me, because this is all from personal experience and what I think. So like I said in like 10 videos back, there has been a lot of attention on the ASMR community, and we've been growing very, very quickly. For someone that's been making videos for like 4 years, you really do see the drastic change that we are experiencing right now with the community. There are hundreds and hundreds of ASMR videos being put out every hour. Compared to back then, not a lot, but it was a lot already for us, because it's been a very small community. Now it's growing so big, and I really love seeing the growth. But I just want to let you guys know that making your own ASMR video is not that hard. So we're gonna start off with the camera, and actually for this video I will do in parts, and I will try to leave the timestamp on in the description so you know which and when's when, okay? So first thing, I'm gonna look down here, my computer's here with all the information. The first one I want to talk about is the camera. Now, when I started back in 2013, I actually haven't bought a camera for years. The Rebel camera that I'm filming with right now is the first camera that I actually bought. The first one I borrowed from my family member, and it was the low quality one back like the first few video. And then I borrowed another one from a friend that loaned me this one. I can actually show you the Canon Vexia HFM. Now this one I used for the longest time actually, but recently it malfunctioned, the screen wouldn't work, it couldn't film, so I had to buy a camera. So for years I didn't actually bought a camera until recently. For this is my newest camera, the first one I actually bought. But if you want to make an ASMR video, you don't have to spend hundreds of dollars. You can just use your smartphone. It's simple and cheap because almost everyone has one. You can use the front camera or the back camera. Very low budget if you don't want to spend any money. If you only want to do this as like a hobby, that's a very good way to start. I also use my laptop webcam from time to time, especially for rambles and sounds video, because role plays, I rather stand and do a role play than sit down, so I usually make a role plays with the camcorder we have here for the longest time. But if you do want to buy a camcorder or a camera, I would say around $300 would be a good camcorder, a decent one. The one I'm using is almost $1,000, which is a very big investment if you are very dedicated to it. And when I bought it, I felt like I would be dedicated, and here I am making videos. So it's really up to you, your expectation, your dedication, and your budget. So that's for the camera. I also suggest you getting one with a viewfinder. A viewfinder is kind of like a screen you can see. So in some videos you see me looking this way, which is the screen for the so seeing what exactly I'm doing. So that's the screen I'm using. So you can see where your angles and everything instead of going back and forth like that. So I would recommend a viewfinder camera as the option. The next one we're going to talk about is the microphone, which is probably the most important thing in my opinion for an ASMR video. Now, like I said, you don't have to buy a microphone out there. You can use the built-in microphone on your camera or the one on your phone. The iPhone has a built-in microphone. You can use that. Quality-wise, not as good, but not bad either. But if you want to go higher with the quality, the first one I recommend is the Blue Yeti, which is actually the first microphone I bought for myself. I still have it till this day in very good condition because I leave it at home and I don't drop it. This microphone is around $99 when I got it, so it should be around there right now, 100 to 130 depending on where you get it. On Amazon is around 130. So this is the cheapest one I know that works really well. Also, if you want, you can get the Zoom H1, which is also around $99. That one's also really good. You have the two microphone like this. Oh, I think it's a circle, I'm not sure. The one I'm filming with is the Zoom H4n. Now that one's a little bit more expensive, it's around $200. Now, this one was the first microphone I used. After that, I bought the H4n, which is the one I'm filming with, recording with, and the 3DO. Now the Zoom microphone can be used as a external recorder. So for the 3DO, it is just the microphone, so that you can really record it and save it. So you can use that as a recorder. Or you can get the H1, which also works just like the Zoom H4n but lower quality. So the 3DO I have right here is the support. That one is $500. It is much more expensive. The quality sound is also very different because obviously you get what you paid for. So the 3DO is a very good choice to go for if you are in the budget and if you want to really like pursue a YouTube ASMR career or hobby. Now I've seen a lot of other binaural microphone coming out left and right. One of them that caught my attention is called the Binaural Enthusiast. That one has really good sound quality. There's also one around $480 with a dummy head. Now everything I talk about, I've tried to put it in the description so you can find it, but this one has a dummy head, $480, similar to 3DO. But Binaural Enthusiast also came out with the clip-on microphone for $124. That one I don't know the quality of it, but I always want to try the clip-on microphone because you're not limited to a space. You can clip it wherever you like and tape it wherever you like for the distance, and instead of having a set microphone with a set distance. So I've never tried it, so I can't give you any information on that. Moving on, we're gonna go on to the setup. Now, I'm gonna keep it really short. Get a tripod and get a mic stand if you need it. So tripod for the camera. If you have an iPhone, I'm pretty sure there's tripods for iPhone specifically or any other handheld devices. The one I'm using is the Amazon Basics. It's around, I think, $25. You just have to have a base and you just clip it on and then it keeps it stable. So it's perfect for role plays and you don't have to hold it. But before I actually bought a mic stand and the tripod, I used to put books on a chair and stack it up really high to this level so I can film a role play like that. And I usually have bigger boxes so I can stick it out a little bit to put the Blue Yeti on top of that, so it'll be around that area. So that was the lowest budget option for me, but a lot of work, a lot of books to stack it, so it was not efficient at all. So I would say get a tripod is inexpensive within budget, so always get that. So the mic stand I have, actually I'll show you on the microphone here. This circle here, you can see it, screws on to the mic stand, so I can just put that on, lower it a little bit, and make a role play with it too. So that's another option for the mic stand. Now for lighting, I rarely use lighting. I don't have any like professional lighting. I use my room light, and right now you see a little bit brighter because of the LED table lamp I have. Now, I usually shine that behind the camera, because if you shine it at me, you see like half the face shiny and the other half the face not really. So I just shine it that way, so you see everything shiny because of the light reflection. But you have to find the angle you like specifically, so up to you. But most people like it darker. I like it brighter because it's more clear. HD for me, so I do that. Let's see. For the background. Okay, sorry. For the background, I like having a clean background. You know, usually a door and the wall is perfect. But if you want to add a little color in it, this is what I go for. A nice shelf with nice decoration, not messy, because once it's messy, it just doesn't look good. So if you have like a shelf or like bookshelf, collectible shelf, those are really good backgrounds. Now those are basically the setup. We went through the camera, microphone, tripod, mic stand, lighting, and background. Those are very simple things we talk about. Now let's go into how to make an ASMR channel, I guess. So very simple. The channel name, keep it relevant, because you're not doing comedy or anything, so make it relevant. For example, I'm Alexel ASMR, so right off the bat, you know my channel is going to be dedicated to ASMR. People do like tingles, relax, whisper, all that kind of stuff. Very, very good, because once you click into it, you know what you're getting yourself into. So when you make a video, always test out the sounds first. So for me, I usually have an earphone on like this, so I know like if I make a blowing sound I don't like, I can re-record it and mute it when I edit it. But especially when I make tapping videos, I always like, I listen to it first and I was like, this sounds good, and then proceed, because you don't want it too loud or too soft, you know, you want to be just right. So always test the sound before you begin, so you know what you're just getting yourself into, and you don't waste your time refilming. You know, after filming a 20 minutes video, you're like, oh, it doesn't sound good, god damn it, you know. That's not very efficient to make videos. Now since there's so many ASMR channels out there now, it's hard for someone to get noticed per se. So I always say, know what the community wants, know what they're craving for. You know, there's a phase where people are craving for fast tapping, you know. Then, you know, if you really want people to start noticing your channel, make a fast tapping video. I personally love making role plays because it's fun, but it's also very good for your audience. Most of my highest view videos are role plays. For example, the eye exam, I think got 100,000 views, and most of the role plays is up there for the popular uploads on my channel. So role plays are the way to go. If you don't like making role plays, I would just say make videos you enjoy. You know, you don't have to make something someone else enjoy. Do what you like. You know, that's one of the most important things. Make it interesting for yourself, not just for the viewers. Now, interacting with your viewers are important too. Replying comments, hearting them, pinning them, those are very important if you want to communicate with your viewers. Let's see. Now, when you make a video, you can add tags to the video. I think you should make the tags relevant to your video. Don't put fake ones in there, you know, that's just not cool. So make it relevant, make it ASMR, relaxation, great sounds, tapping, you know, whatever relevant to the video you're making. So put that tag in there. Now video title, also super important. Don't just say eye exam. Too simple. I always do ASMR eye exam or ASMR optometrist roleplay, and then back then I used to do 3D, binaural, or ear to ear, and I usually say whispering or soft spoken. So those are options you can put in to your title, because that's the first impression besides just thumbnail, which I never worry about the thumbnail. I just blah for the thumbnails. It's a really loud car outside, I'm sorry. Stop listening, it's so loud. So the next thing is find a time to upload. I personally like to upload between 2 to 5 a.m. Eastern time, because I think a lot of my viewers are in different time zones, so I think I catch most of them during that time zone. So I try to keep it from then to then, so I can catch people from this time zone that's about to go to sleep and this people going to bed and waking up, you know. Just finding the right time to upload is very important. I hate uploading on weekends because no one's gonna watch it, so just find a time. So a little hint on, or like tips on roleplay, I always start off with greeting you, you know, how are you? You have an appointment, ask them for basic information. That takes around a minute or two. That really buys you more time, you know, make the video longer. I usually like making my role plays 15 to 20 minutes long, just because it's the right balance for relaxation and the time the role play takes. I don't like making it too long because I'm just gonna repeat myself. So yeah, just know the procedure when you're making like an eye exam role play. Don't make like repeats, and just know what you're doing and don't stutter, you know, stuff like that. It's like 6 a.m. on a Sunday and everybody's like outside. Okay, so editing is, I think that's gonna be the final part. So for me, I use Audacity. The Zoom H4n is the one I usually film with. So after that, I take the SD card, plug it in the computer, drag the file out, and put it in Audacity. And I usually stare at the camera for a good 5 seconds for a quiet audio, which I can use to get the noise profile and then highlight the whole audio file and getting noise reduction. So right now, the humming sound, I would use that to profile, and then noise reduction, everything that occurred during that noise profile clip. So you can reduce a lot of background sounds. I would say like don't over edit the video because it will sound unnatural. It doesn't sound good. A little white noise I would go for. I always go for a little white noise because it's more realistic, and I know people find that more relaxing too. So if you over edit, it just sounds unnatural. It just doesn't sound good for most people. So I'm filming with this camera now, and also SD card. I take that out and plug the other SD card in, drag the file out, and use Windows Movie Maker. That one's very simple to use. After you opened it, you drag that file in there, and you just wait a little bit. It takes a while depending on how high the quality is. After that, I would drag the edited audio into Windows Movie Maker and try to match the sync the video and the audio. Sorry. So most people told me to make a huge clap sound, and then you can find the spike on the audio, and then you can match that together and then snip and cut a little bit to match the audio and the sound and the video. So that's an option to do. I usually cut like 5 seconds ahead and 5 seconds after. Sometimes it does take longer because you want to make sure everything looks good. So yeah, it takes a while. I've gotten kind of used to it, so it takes me around like 5 minutes to snip and cut, but sometimes it takes longer. For me, I take very short times because I usually film my video in a block. So you really rarely see me having like a chop right in the middle of the video, like a screen that shows like you recorded a second part to it. So everything's in a block, much easier to edit for me. So that's the thing for me. Yeah, I hope you guys have some more idea of how I make videos and how you can make videos. I'll try to leave all the description and all the things I talked about in the description, and I hope you guys find it interesting, relaxing, anything you like. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can leave it in the comments. I encourage you to start an ASMR channel, and you can let me know and maybe check it out. Leave a like if you want, comment if you want, subscribe if you want. I don't really care. Do whatever you like, and I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.